ISAs are a great way to earn a tax-free rate on your savings. With ordinary savings accounts, tax is deducted from your interest. But with ISAs, the taxman can't grab his slice, boosting your overall return. This is really important when savings rates are low and inflation is relatively high. Inflation, or rising prices, reduces the value and purchasing power of your savings. But a tax-free ISA with a competitive rate will give you a better chance of beating inflation and earning a real return on your cash.
It's important to save because then you can afford the things you want eventually.
I think it is important to save. I don't actually do it myself, but yeah, it was just always good to have a backup.
Come from a family that lost everything and ended up on the street. I think it's essential.
Sooner or later, interest rates will go up. And if you keep putting money into ISAs every year, you'll gradually be able to build up a nice big, pile of tax-free savings cash.
Cash ISAs are basically just tax-free savings accounts. You can choose one every tax year with a provider of your choice. But to make the most of your money, you should choose one with a best buy rate. But they're different from ordinary savings accounts in several key ways. First of all, there's a limit on the amount you can put away in a cash ISA. In each tax year, you can save up to a maximum of £5,100. But you should always remember these two rules. 1. If you don't save the full allowance, the remainder can't be carried over to the next tax year. So it's a case of use it or lose it. And 2. Any money you withdraw from your ISA can't be replaced if you've already used your full allowance for the tax year. Imagine you're after an ISA with easy access. The ISA Extra account from Birmingham Midshires, for example, pays 2.7% for the first 15 months. If you're a basic rate taxpayer, you'd need to find a taxable savings account with a rate of at least 3.38% to beat that return once tax has been deducted from your interest. So, because you'll lose 20% of the interest you earn to the taxman, you need a higher rate to compensate. Meanwhile, if you're a higher rate taxpayer, you would need a rate of more than 4.5% because you'll have to hand over a whopping 40% of your interest in tax. In the current savings market, finding rates this high is impossible. That's why competitive cash ISAs have the edge.
It's hard to always get the best rate with ISAs because what happens is a bank launches a really good cash ISA with a really good rate, and then after a year or so the rates start falling. So I'd recommend once a year checking up on your cash ISAs and making sure your rate is still good, and if it's not good you can transfer your cash ISA to another ISA provider and get a good rate elsewhere. Just be careful though, you don't want to just withdraw the money, you need to transfer the money because otherwise you'll lose the tax-free protection on your initial investment.
So now you know the basics, you're all set to open your cash ISA right at the start of the new tax year. Remember, from the 6th of April you can save up to £5,100, and it's a good idea to start straight away. After all, why pay tax on your savings when you don't have to?